Hey, hi, once again. Welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, well, this channel is all about headless CMS, composable commerce, strategies, and many more things. And in this video, I'll explain to you when should any business switch to a headless CMS. Give me a second. Let me just quickly set this up. Yes. So, if you're running a website or any online business, you've probably heard the buzz, right, about headless CMS. But the real question is, do you actually need to switch right now, or is your current setup, enough? In this video, I'm going to break it down exactly when it makes sense to move to headless CMS and when you probably shouldn't. Now, let's get to the problem, correct? Most business start with traditional CMS, say, for example, WordPress, Wix, Shopify. Obviously, it has Shopify themes. And honestly, that's fine in the beginning. They are simple, they are cheap, very quick to launch. But as you scale, cracks starts to show, right? Pages get slow, design updates are needed, design updates take forever, and you're constantly relying on plugin systems and agencies. Becomes really difficult to keep things running. That's where CMS enters the picture. But obviously, switching too early can be a waste of money, and switching too late can slow down your growth. So you need to understand the signs and then switch. So, what are the signs? Now, obviously, there are many signs, and I think these are some of the important signs that we're looking at. The first up being when performance becomes a bottleneck. Very important. Say, for example, if your site takes more than 3 seconds to load, you're losing customers, right? Obviously, nobody likes slow loading websites. When you look at traditional CMS platforms, often cannot handle heavy traffics or complex content efficiently. Now, that's when a headless CMS comes in picture. A headless CMS paired with a modern front end, say for example, a Next.js or a Remix, gives you like lightning fast performance, and exactly why a lot of the companies in today's age are moving to headless CMS. The second point is when you need omni-channel content. Very, very important, a quintessential point to be noted. If your brand is publishing content not just on the website but also on mobile apps, kiosks, smart devices, or even partner platforms, right? Headless makes much more sense. It's like one content hub, and there is like endless distribution channels that you have. That's exactly why it's called headless, right? You can have multiple heads. So the third point is when marketing team needs flexibility. Now, I think this is one of the most important points that we have noted as an agency when we have a lot of clients coming into us. Your marketing team shouldn't depend on developers every time, and a lot of the clients that came to us came with this problem that they constantly had to depend on developers to update any kind of landing page, for the matter of fact. So headless CMS platforms, say for example, a Sanity, Contentful Directors, allow non-technical teams to manage and launch campaigns and without update content, without having to wait for developers. So the next point is when expanding globally. Obviously, you have surpassed the growth stage, and you're moving globally. Now, if you're moving into multiple countries with different languages, currencies, compliance, headless gives you like a structured workflow to manage localized content at scale, right? Traditional CMS obviously struggles here. We all know that. The final point that I would like to emphasize on is when your tech team is hitting the walls. So if your developers complain about plugin limitation, I think there was a time when even our developers complained about it. And that's exactly why we made the switch to headless CMS. And that's when we got introduced to headless CMS. So coming to the point, if your developer complains about plugin limitations, messy code, lack of integration option, that's one of your biggest signs to move to headless. Headless CMS is API first, so it integrates smoothly with modern tools like CRM, analytics, and custom apps. So these are the signs. This is in short about when you should move to headless. But having said that, obviously there are a lot of clients across the globe, a lot of companies across the globe who are in different stages and use different kinds of setups. Say, for example, if you're in an early stage, obviously you would be using, say, a WordPress or a Wix or a Squarespace. And when you are probably move one ladder up to the growth stage or a funded stage, right? So you would be using Webflow, Drupal, or Joomla. But obviously, when you are like you're becoming an enterprise, you start using headless CMS, say for example, Storyblok, Builder.io, Prismic, and when you become a large enterprise or a global corporation, right? So that's exactly when you use something like Contentful SaaS, SaaS-based systems like Sanity, Contentful, or an open source systems like Directus. But yeah, that's when you become large enterprise. So, so these are some of the companies that are already using it. Say, for example, Figma is using Sanity as a headless CMS. DocuSign is using Contentful as headless CMS. You can always use this tool called Vaporizer to actually see what kind of headless CMS they're using. Atlassian is using Sanity. So there are a lot of other big companies, right, using different headless CMS. I can go on and on. Say, for example, Mercedes Benz, NASA. I mean, the list is huge. I can send you the list all together. Now, as I'm speaking about headless CMS, obviously you would be confused as to how do I choose this headless CMS? On what basis do I choose? Now, there are so many videos that I've made, and one such videos is about how on what basis you can choose headless CMS. You can always watch that video on my YouTube channel. That will give you a clarity about what CMS to choose and on what basis you can choose. Now I understand you could choose a CMS, you could go through all of these things, but you'll still be confused as to what do I do? Do I use a vendor, a third party vendor, probably third party agencies like us, or do I build an in-house team? Now let me give you a brutal math, okay? Now when you're building something in-house, right, you are looking at a math of around 300 to 400K per year. Now you will have it's a complete full-time trap, right? You are hiring resources, you're training them, there is payrolls, there is taxes, there is laptops, there's a learning curve, and God forbid if they quit tomorrow, there is data silos as well. I mean knowledge silos, sorry. And obviously you have to manage the team. Scaling becomes a problem again. Higher, why do you have to get into that chaos? You could choose an option two of going with agencies like us who do this day in and day out. This is a bread and butter. So we have the team, we have the expertise, we have rigorously trained resources to do this for you. uh, and when we take up projects from you, it's just not development, right? We make sure that you rank in terms of SEO. We understand the whole SEO landscape, how it has changed, and how it would evolve over the next few years. So now, when you see this, right, we are ranking for different keywords. Best Sanity CMS agency, we frame tech, we rank there. We rank at different places. We rank for different keywords. Now we're ranking at Next.js agency in New York. We are ranking there. So we take into account AEO, GEO, AIO, all of these things, and we make sure that you rank as well. Now we have helped a lot of clients, and these are some of the results for our clients. I don't want to get into all of these things. A lot of these things are being covered in different videos. So yes, you can always go ahead and look at these videos. Obviously, we provide you expert guidance, free developer time. So when you should switch to a headless CMS, that is something that you can decide after looking at this video. The moment your website stops being a simple online presence and becomes a true growth engine, and you want to maximize end-to-end performance, from say website speed to better conversion rates, improved SEO, enhanced AI search, greater control for your marketing and development teams, you should you should do that. So obviously, if you want to know which headless CMS is best to go, you should check that video as I already told you. And obviously, for free developer time, we have 20 hours of free consultation. Please reach out to us. Please let us know in the comment section as to what headless CMS you chose and what problems you had. And if you would like to talk to us, please book a meeting with us. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button and share this video with someone who might need this. Thank you so much.